Nice.
Updated intro. I decided I'd kind of keep everything the way it was, but update the music and also put some photos in there because we are in the lovely city of San Antonio. Let's get the chat going here. We also do on the intro, we're showing the other shows that are part of the network, like Generation Duo. Make sure y'all go and check out Generation Duo with Brandon and Brandon Medina and Johnny Tejeda. New merch is available now. The Area 210 merch is on our store now.
We need to talk about Jerry Jones, man. Does he just not get it?
Jerry's special breed, dude. They said that the Cowboys were closing in on a deal with CeeDee Lamb. That they're getting closer. Good morning, Mario Cavazos and Gert Vanderkiff. Good morning.
Mike getting funky, damn straight I am. Got here on time.
I know. I'm surprised. I could hear the garage door rolling up as I was getting my tea ready.
Dude, I've had that Mediterranean restaurant 3 days in a row.
I thought you were going to go to the Greek restaurant again.
Yeah, no, that's it. It's the Greek one.
Getting your gyro.
We'll talk about that.
Getting your gyro.
Dude, it's so delicious.
Welcome to another episode of the Alamo City Sportscast with Mike Jimenez and Joe Garcia. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Join the discussion as we broadcast live from beautiful West San Antonio. And remember to tip your hosts as it helps the show grow.
Good morning, San Antonio. This is the Alamo City Sportscast coming at you from the west side of San Antonio. My name's Mike Jimenez. That is Joe Garcia. We're going to go for about an hour 15, hour 30. You know we're going to go for an hour 30. That's just kind of what we do, right?
Yeah.
Originally, this podcast was supposed to be 1 hour long.
Yeah.
We stretched it out to an hour 15. Now we just mess around for an hour 30. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter as well. You can be part of the show by getting on our stream on YouTube and leaving a comment. We love reading the comments, man. It helps guide the show.
It makes the fans part of the show, man. We sometimes change topic depending on what's going on in the chat.
And that's what makes our show different.
We're interactive.
We're interactive with our listenership, and thank you so much. 1,036 subscribers strong. We picked up one more overnight. 1,036. Our goal was 1,000 by the end of July. We obliterated that, man. We blew right by it. I'm excited about that. We were talking before the show about how we need to get that party going because we were talking about that sometime mid-August.
Yeah,
we'll have a party to celebrate the fact that we hit 1,000.
1,000.
Going to invite everybody over here. Already Garrett, Matt Gomez, Tim Gonzalez, Ledbane, Spernandez already in the mix. Spernandez is already telling us what we're going to be talking about.
Team
here.
France.
Viva la France. Wemby about to take the court in about 10 minutes or so. That's on the Peacock Network. So here's what you do. You turn on Peacock, you lower the volume, you listen to us, and you get the best of both worlds, man.
You know what's funny? Yesterday, I was reading through the comments right after the show and whatnot, and we had like one or two people in there, and they were in the chat, and they were saying that they're watching us after Taylor.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, how about that, man? Like, we're starting to get some people that are Thunderdome coming in and watching our show
because
as well.
We're pro Thunderdome, baby.
Yeah.
I like to say that I'm kind of an offshoot of Thunderdome. I used to listen to Mike Taylor's show. And
I did too,
Rudy
man.
J back in the day. So that's kind of the genesis of me as doing sports talk radio. I was on San Antonio Sports Star, but to be honest with you, I was kind of a Ticket 760 guy for a long time until I started making my way over to Sports Star. But no, it's fun times. We do sports, we do pop culture, we do nostalgia. We have a lot to get into, man. And again, you can help guide our show by bringing up a comment or two. But we'll be talking about Wemby. And I have a question for you guys. The legend of Victor Wembanyama. How much does it grow if he actually wins a gold medal? Imagine that. Man. Imagine, because we've been talking about how France at 14-1 odds has a puncher's chance of doing it because they have Wemby, they have Gobert. Their guard play is not that great, but they have NBA talent all up and down. And because the court is smaller, the court is narrower, the rules are different how you can grab the ball off the rim, and you've got Wemby and Gobert down there. What if Wemby wins a gold medal? What if he's hoisting it up 3 or 4 weeks from now and the legend? Imagine that legend growing. Imagine the Spurs having 2 gold medalists on the team because Keldon Johnson has one from 2020. We'll get into that again. Team France is taking the court at 10:15 on the Peacock Network, taking on Japan. France already 1-0. They should win this game, man. They should win this game going away. I'm going to go ahead and assume Japan doesn't have any 7-footers. Maybe that's just me being, just somebody who looks at it a certain way, but I don't think they have it, right? The Spurs rewarded one of their draft picks overnight. So we'll say a congratulations to Harrison Barnes. As Joe likes to say, Keldon Johnson likes to throw hands.
He does, man.
Jeff Garcia has a nice article on Kens5.com. You can also link to it on Twitter and Threads at Jeff G Spurs Zone, showing what Keldon does in the offseason. He likes to box.
Yeah, he does.
Davies Entertainment, he goes out there. He trains.
I'm going to go ahead and show that right here.
Look at him go, man. That is a very, very good way of getting back into shape.
I mean, that not only does he like, get in the ring and, mixing it up here, he is also a big fan of boxing because he's friends with some of the local boxers here. He hangs out with them and he goes to their matches. He's in the ring, like in the corner there.
And it's a different type of cardio that he's doing. And, JHNSB is already in our chat here saying needs to be working on his jump shot instead. They need to recharge. And you see a lot of professional athletes go out and they hit the links to play golf. But there's something to be said about those who go into the ring and learn how to box. It's a different type of stamina, different type of strength. I respect it, man. I completely respect it. We got to get into NFL. Jerry Jones, I think, is out of his mind at this point.
Oh, God. No.
I think he's off his rocker. I think he's lost it. Do you think Jerry Jones just doesn't get it? Because for Cowboy fans right now, I have never seen Cowboy fans so down this early into the season. I mean, training camp just started this week. It is July, and normally I hear, we dem boys. Normally I hear, this is our year.
We dem boys.
I have not heard any of that this offseason. None of that right now. But Jerry Jones is counting money. He's like, hey, man, we got a lot of season ticket holders. That's what matters to him. So we'll get into that as well. The Madden curse, will it continue? This might be good news for the Dallas Cowboys because an NFC star is on the cover of the 2025 Madden cover. I think it's funny. It's kind of a thing, right?
It's kind of a thing. That's what they've been saying. Hey, if you get on the cover, it's the curse.
So here's the thing. Chancla Academy had that post over the weekend. The most hood high schools in San Antonio. Dude, people were reaching out saying those aren't even the 4, right? He said it was Jay, Holmes, Kennedy and some other school.
Yeah, John J. Holmes, Kennedy.
I can't remember the 4th one. Jefferson.
Jefferson, yeah.
So I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? We need to have a brackets, right? And I was trying to narrow it down to 16 schools, and then I realized there's probably 32 schools that could qualify for some sort of hood. So right now on Twitter, at MJ Acquire Taste, you can vote on 2 polls. At MJ Acquire Taste, the 2 polls are the SAISD edition. Okay.
There we go.
And did I lump them correctly? Because honestly, I did it just based on alphabetical order. I'm gonna be honest with you on that.
Yeah, and so let's go ahead and see. What does it say? Alamo City Sportscast is going to have a bracket challenge for the most hood high schools in the San Antonio area. So you're talking SAISD today. So you have Brack, Burbank, Edison, or Fox Tech. Man, I got to go with Brack, and I'm going to vote in real time. Yeah. Right now, Fox Tech is running away with it. All right.
No, but we have about 22 hours left to vote on this. So we'll get the winners by tomorrow.
This one is funny too. This is Highlands, Sam Houston, Jefferson, Lanier. Bro, got to go with Sam Houston on this one, man.
And
Lanier's running away with it.
And there were so many people who've reached out going, dude, Edison is the school.
Edison's a
and
school.
And it's funny because Edison comes from an area. What is that? That's off of like West Avenue and Blanco area. I mean, it's I know Los Barrios is nearby, right? Yeah. That's the good Mexican restaurant nearby. And this is getting out towards the nice part of town, the old money across literally across the tracks.
Yeah.
You have those the Monte Vista homes over there. Very, very nice neighborhood.
Yeah. It's not Alamo Heights. Let's put it like that.
It's not, but it's still very, very nice. And I have family that lives out there, and you could see, you go from a $70,000 house to a $700,000 house, literally, 90 feet away. It's kind of funny how that all works.
Oh, look at Tim Gonzalez is asking a question. He goes, Joe Garcia, does Team USA win another gold medal? That I don't know, man. I want to say that
he's talking about 3-on-3.
Yeah, on 3-on-3. I don't know, man. It's that one's going to be, I think, another tough one for them. But we're talking about the women, and the women, when they're playing 3-on-3, they had Kelsey Plum doing that last year. Oh, not last year, but the last time they were in the Olympics. I think they can go ahead and repeat, man.
Did you see the story? We're talking a little bit about the Olympics. If we go on my screen here.
Yeah.
Remember Chase Budinger?
Oh, yeah.
From he played in the NBA for 7 years.
Former NBA player.
He's down in the Olympics.
I know,
doing
man.
volleyball, beach volleyball.
One of the things is I think he was well traveled. He played with, I think, several NBA teams.
Right.
I think one of those was Utah.
Bleacher Report has a very great comment on it. It says Chase Budinger was in the same 2006 McDonald's All-American class as Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
After 7 seasons in the NBA, he pivoted to beach volleyball and just got his first Olympic W. Very nice,
dude. At beach volleyball is something else. Me and my daughter were watching it yesterday, because when you have a daughter, my daughter likes to watch other women compete in sports. And the thing is my wife doesn't get it. Like, my daughter's a girl. Like, she's very girly, right? Very girly girl. And she likes to watch sports with dad, dude. It's the oddest thing. Like, we watched Olympics together. We watched the Team USA women's soccer team together. And she gets into it, dude. And my wife's like, what's going on here? I'm like, that's what happens, man, when you leave her with dad.
People are saying that they're looking forward to some sort of matchup between Brazil and Dominican Republic. And it's a bunch of dudes talking about it. I don't know what sport it is, but apparently it's hotties against hotties.
Oh, man. They've been talking about
I think it's
this too,
I think it's volleyball.
It's going to be either volleyball, and then sometimes, man, you have the track and field too, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, come on, dude. They showed one of the, like a little clip the other day they posted on X. Yeah. The cameraman, come on, bro. He thinks he's trying to be slick, dude. You know damn well what you're doing.
So right now, the most medals is the United States with 20. However, we only have 3 gold going on right now.
We're leading the pack when it comes to bronze.
Bronze and silver. We're leading the pack. We got 8 silver and 9 bronze. Right now, the most gold medals belong to China.
Australia.
With 14. Japan has 6. Sorry, China and Japan have 6 gold medals each. France has 5. Australia has 5. United States has 3. But when it comes to the actual overall medal count, Team USA by far the leader with 20 overall.
Bro, I'd rather have like 10 medals and they all be gold.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know, I mean,
did I get into the fact that in '96 I was at the Summer Olympics in Atlanta, and before the bombing and before all that, I got to meet Josh Davis, I believe was his name. He's a swimmer from San Antonio.
Oh, yeah, from San Antonio, yeah.
And Josh Davis won several. I think he won 3 gold medals at the Olympics back in '96, and he's from San Antonio. And I'm looking up some photos of him right now. Here he is with his medals there. The day that I met him over there, because I was working for Instant Replay on KSAT, he had just won those medals the day before. And he goes, "Hey, do you want to check out my medal?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I'm thinking he's gonna like pull him out of a box or something like that. He had him inside of his jacket, like he had. He had his jacket zipped up, and he goes, "Take a look at my medals." And I'm there holding a gold medal in my hands,
a real gold medal.
And he goes, "Michael, that's not how you hold a gold medal." And he put all 3 over me.
Oh, man.
Dude, the weight of that, because he had just won it. He was just on the stage, the platform with, the Star-Spangled Banner. He had just won it. He had spent his entire life trying to get these medals. And he's putting it over me. And it sank me. I have a photo somewhere in my mom's house. But just the weight of the moment, I was like, "Oh my God, I'm wearing these." And he was like, "Hey, just hold on to them." So I held on to them for a couple of minutes, just walking around with these 3 gold medals around me. It wasn't just one.
Did you feel like a champion?
Was 3, dude. I ate my Wheaties the next morning, dude.
You probably got a chub with those 3 medals on you.
Dude. Not a lot of people can say that they've had gold medals in their hands, but much less wear them.
Yeah, man.
But he was also known, Josh Davis was also known as being somebody. And there's stories that go around with this, that he would actually go to restaurants and just leave the medals out and let people carry them and wear them, and trusted everybody would bring them back.
Ain't that something?
That's crazy.
That's here local, man, in San Antonio. You know, if you were anywhere else, that'd be gone, dude.
Yeah, if Cash America has a gold medal, we know it's Josh's.
It's Josh Davis. You know what? I'm gonna give a shout out here to our boy that's watching us, man. Our boy Fernandez, dude. Look what he's doing, dude. He's doing it right.
He's doing it right.
Viva la France. He's watching team. I'm sure he's wearing his American, not American, but the Team USA jersey.
No, he has a France one.
Oh, he has a France one too.
He does have a
He's
France
probably
one.
wearing that one with Wemby.
He's taking the direction again. Listen to the podcast while watching Wemby
and
play.
He's watching it too. He has it there on the iPad as he's watching.
Taking the court right now
man.
Against Japan. Again, Japan can't have 7-footers, man. I just think that is not anatomically correct out there. I think that Wemby and Gobert are just going to dominate, go up 2-0.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, man, low key, I'm a fan of South Sudan, dude. I'm rooting for them, man.
They don't have indoor basketball courts over there, and they're doing well.
I'm rooting for the little guy,
They won the first game that they had out there.
I hope they medal, dude. They deserve to medal, man. That team, that's a special team, man. All they do is just go out and ball.
Dude, France beat the living crap out of Canada.
I saw
Canada
that,
with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and they have a lot of other talent around them that's NBA.
Yeah.
France just annihilated them. And I think that this is the whole thing about FIBA rules basketball.
Yeah,
is that it actually goes towards these Eastern European and European nations. It's their wheelhouse. That's what they play, man. They're used to those dimensions, of course. They're used to the basketball. Just take a look at the basketball. It's different.
Yeah.
It's a different texture. Everything is different about the game. It's so different that Jason Tatum can be first team All NBA and for some reason can't sniff the court for Team USA, who, by the way, is back in action tomorrow.
Yeah. Did you see what else was going on too? They had a little dust up here between Dylan Brooks and Josh Giddey.
Really?
When they took the court. Yeah, man. Dylan Brooks, he's just one of these guys that likes to get under everybody's skin,
Yeah.
And he does his little, nonsense out there on the court, dude. And they have a video of him getting into it with Josh Giddey as they're playing for their respective countries. And he's just getting into his face, trying to body him and just be annoying.
And that really doesn't work in FIBA ball.
That's just who Dylan Brooks is, dude. He's dumb.
I kind of feel like the FIBA officials really have it going on, man. They allow a lot, but they also rein it in at the same time. It's a weird balance that they do there. FIBA basketball is amazing. It is amazing. So I was talking to a friend of mine a couple of days ago, and she and I were going over like our bucket list of things to do, right?
Yeah.
A sports bucket list. And I was talking about like how I want to go to Europe and watch sporting events because it's just different. I want to go to a soccer match over there, like Man U, or I want to go to like, I don't know, a FIBA basketball game, go watch, Tony Parker's team over there. Just go do something like that. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about life right now, right?
Yeah.
I want to go do stuff like that. I want to go to the Kentucky Derby.
Budos
in Paris, Kentucky Derby. I don't care if it's only women that wear the hat. I want to wear the hat too, damn it. No, I'll just wear the suit, babe. I want to be fly when it comes to that.
You had to wear the shoes, though, too. You got to buy new shoes.
Oh, dude, I wore new shoes yesterday. I was looking good. But part of it is that the transition in life right now is I want to make a lot of money to basically just go to sporting events. That's basically it. Fernandez is leading the example there. Fernandez is at the Las Vegas Summer League. He goes to different games all around the country for the Spurs.
Oh, man,
he's a Spurs ambassador. Screw Spurs Jesus. The real Spurs Jesus is Fernandez, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, man, Fernandez won't charge you to take a picture with him.
He won't.
Hey,
But Fernandez, by the way, should probably create his own merch, though.
I think he does. He has one shirt that, what's his name? Bear County Social Apparel did with him. It's stacking the cups, because that's what he's known by.
Midtown Texas coming out and saying Mike is excited about his date with Fernandez in Paris. That's right, baby. That's right.
Hey, check this out. I was going to show you the picture. I can only show you a still photo, but this is the dust up between Dylan Brooks and Josh Giddey. He was like basically give him a headbutt, dude.
Right.
So I was like, come on.
I think there's more to it than that. I think it's the fact that Josh Giddey is kind of a pedophile. Allegedly.
Hey, speaking of that, my daughter was queuing me in. There's an athlete that's competing right now in the Olympics who is a convicted child rapist, dude.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious. And the thing is, she was telling me that when this athlete takes the field or, the respective court, whatever they're competing in, they get nothing but booze the whole time they're competing, dude. And that's something, man. That I can't believe that they're allowing this person, this individual, to compete in the Olympics.
What is wrong with the IOC not wanting these athletes to screw? Did you know that that's what
Cardboard
it was?
beds.
Cardboard beds. You see all these athletes who are staying in actual hotels, just saying, you know what, let's just go pay for the hotels because let's just go over there.
I mean, like, you can't use the ground, bro. You can't throw the mattress on the floor. Come on, you keep it puro, bro. Come on.
Okay, so let's talk about that because understand that these athletes are world class, right? They are world class athletes. They like to bump uglies with people who are other world class athletes, and it's a rite of passage at the Olympics, dude. It's been going on for decades. You know, you just see the ice skater, or in this case, it's the Summer Olympics. You know, you see the gymnast from whatever. You're done competing. You know what? You got nothing better to do. Why not hook up with the water polo guy? Why not hook up with the equestrian guy?
Well, there's a lot of good-looking women that are athletes, you know?
Yes.
Like, come on, man.
I'd be trolling Brazil. Does Colombia and Argentina have anything going on? You know, we were talking about how Snoop Dogg carried the torch into Paris.
Oh, yeah.
The one thing we need to talk about is Flavor Flav
Oh, man.
is over there right now because he stepped up big time.
He did.
So I have some photos out here of Flavor Flav out there.
Yeah. Let's check him out.
With the USA 24 jersey on, like a basketball jersey. But he's representing the water polo team because the water polo team didn't have sponsors.
I think it was the females, right?
The female water polo team. They didn't have sponsors. They were saying, you know, Team USA basketball has sponsors and women's soccer and men's soccer. All of that have sponsors. But the water polo team is like, we need to foot our bill. We need to have like hotels over there. We need to have transportation over there. The IOC does not pay for anything other than just the event itself. Flavor Flav stepped up and said, I got you, girls. I got you. And he is now their hype man.
He is.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, man, he's been getting around too, like Snoop Dogg. He's even taking pictures with Biden's wife, man.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? Jill Biden? He was out there taking pictures with her? And he's meeting everybody.
And it's funny because, you know, we see all these rappers who have lived over the years and who have died over the years. You know, we lost Tupac. We lost Biggie. But you know, Ice Cube is coming to San Antonio in the next few days.
You gonna go?
I think so. I think there's a good chance. So Ice Cube is coming to town. And look at the career that he had. Snoop Dogg, the career he had. Some will say that they sold out, right? Because they went Hollywood. You know, Snoop Dogg appearing on Katy Perry's album, for crying out loud, back in the day. You know, but they turned the corner. They evolved. Dre turned the corner and evolved.
Yeah.
And to see somebody like Flavor Flav go out there and do this with his money, this is patriotism right here. Okay? It's not going to political rallies left or right. It's doing stuff like this. He's representing Team USA, these colors, red, white, and blue, and he's doing it in a way where he's putting his money where his mouth is. And for him to support the water polo team, for the women's water polo team, because they did not have support, is huge.
Hey, man, and you got to respect, dude. He keeps in character with the big old watch and everything.
The big old clock, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Man, it's been a long time since Public Enemy was a big deal, man.
Hey, man, but
that's great.
He's done other things to make money, dude. So he's a businessman, you know, and you might look at him and not think much, but the guy's savvy, dude. He's smart.
Flavor of Love, baby. That was a show on VH1 back in the day. We're going to talk some pop culture and nostalgia down the way. Sydney Sweeney coming out and saying about her nude scenes that we haven't seen the last of them. She says, I'm going to keep doing them. Going to keep doing them. And I will say this. She was the runner-up in our baddie brackets. We salute you, Sydney Sweeney. We salute you. What would you do if you saw somebody stab another guy and you wanted to get him off that guy? Would you just hold them down, or would you beat the crap out of them? Because there's a story coming out of El Paso that we'll visit a little bit later, because I found that to be funny. It was that guy, man, got his ass kicked.
Damn,
rightfully so, man. Rightfully so. And we'll also get into movies that made us cry. Had a big old debate with a friend about this yesterday.
I've never watched a movie that's made me cry.
So that was the thing. I was trying to tell this person, hey, more people cry at movies, guys, right? Cry at movies and then don't. And I have a poll at MJ Acquired Taste, and it's overwhelming, dude. We have all had a movie that made us cry. At least 90% of us, according to the poll, we had more than 200 people who have responded to the poll. Guys who've said yes. So we're gonna go over some of these movies as well.
My boy Matty B is watching, dude. Shout out to you, Matty. He says Airbud gets me every time.
Jesse A saying Sydney Sweeney is the true patriot. That's right, man.
Hey, you know what? One of the things that I wanted to talk about at some point, not today's episode, but we need to get some of the guys in from SAFC.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about this, and I saw this. It's something I've been following, and I have friends that are part of the supporters group. SAFC and Spurs Sports and Entertainment, they're doing the supporters group dirty, man.
What do they do wrong?
They're kind of like almost making it hard for them to support the team. You know, they made a lot of changes, and one of the big changes that's happened, a lot of these supporters are also season ticket members. And there's been an increase and some changes going on there for the supporters group. Now they used to be behind the Nestle bunker, right? The Bud Light bunker, right behind the goal.
Right.
Now they're going to be moving them, I believe, into sections 119 and 120. They were already included like in the facility or the vicinity of being able to sit around with the other fans, but the other fans didn't like the rowdiness and the singing, the chanting, the, you know, popping of the grenades, the smoke grenades and whatnot. I mean, that's part of the soccer culture, but now they're kind of moving them around to another section, kind of putting them out of the way a little bit. I'm just like,
is this like when the Spurs moved the baseline bums?
Yeah, man. It's like it seems like they just don't know what to do with them or what to make of it.
Let me kind of chime in a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a soccer guy, though. I've gone to a couple of SAFC matches, and I've been there in the bunker with the Crocketeers and all them. It's a fun time. It's a great time.
Yeah.
But let's be honest here. Behind the goal, you know, with the smoke grenades and all that stuff, everybody behind the goal is drunk off their ass.
They're having a good time. That's where they say they call it the Nestle bunker for a reason, right?
Well, but it's they're drunk off their ass.
Well, Bud Light Courtyard, bro.
I did it too. I enjoyed it. I did it too.
It's the Bud Light Courtyard.
But the Bud Light Courtyard at the Frost Bank Center is not 4 feet from the basket.
Well, here's the thing. It goes with synonymous with the culture, right? So even before the game starts, what happens? They have tailgating. So you're out there and you're, you know, talking with all the great
Pounding
people.
Back beers, man. It was a great time.
It's a good time talking with everybody there, right? You're revisiting friends. You're catching up, talking about not just SAFC and the soccer, but other things going on and all that. You're getting food, you're talking, you're drinking beers and all that. So by the time you get to the stadium, you're already pretty, you know, you're feeling good. So it doesn't take much to keep the buzz going, you know? And then pair that with soccer.
I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but
No,
I guess what I'm trying to say is that SAFC or Spurs and Entertainment, right, might be looking at this and saying, we want this to be a family-friendly event. And if there's too many Nestles there, it's not a family-friendly event. No different than Fiesta at Market Square.
Yeah, but the thing is that this isn't soccer, though. This isn't like, not soccer. It's not indoor basketball, for example, like the San Antonio Spurs.
But
it's different. But
look at what happened in Charlotte. Yeah. Look what happened in Charlotte when you had was Uruguay playing Colombia.
Gotcha, man.
You saw. I mean, you saw what happened in Charlotte. You saw what happened in Miami when people stormed the stadium.
Yeah,
you kind of you can't have it where there's a large percentage of people who are drunk off their asses there, because you become liable for that. So it's one of those things where I understand it, because it's part of the culture to go out there and party. Yeah. And I've done it before. I'm being a hypocrite right now because I've gone out there and I've partied with these guys and I've been in the bunker and it's been a fun time. But the fact of the matter is everyone is drunk off their ass.
Yeah. And Sam Salinas was saying they were originally in those sections. And I remember back in the day when I went with the Crocketeers, you know, when they started the supporters groups and all that stuff, they invited us to go down there. Me and some of my friends, we went down there and we're hanging out with the Crocketeers in the area that they were in, and they were chanting, they were, you know, singing the songs and all that with the drums, and it was fun, you know. But I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I just feel like maybe they need to have like their own designated area, you know, a section to just the supporters group. And I get that's probably what they're trying to do right now, go back to how everything started. But I think one of the best things we can do is get some of the guys from the supporters group, some of the diehard SAFC fans, and talk to them about these changes, because it's the parking. that's really killing them as well. So there's a lot of changes that are going on with SAFC. I don't know if it's new management or what is going on, but we need to get the full story.
I get it, man. But here's the thing. It's a business. It always is a business. And fact of the matter is, and I hate to say it this way, that stadium does not belong to any of those fans. It's kind of like the business can kick out whoever they want to kick out, move them off to the side or whatever the case may be. Maybe, just maybe, there's been complaints. Maybe there's been complaints about it all. Sam Salinas reaches out and says, I really think it has to do with the entire section behind that goal. Sections 112 to 120. I sit in 112, and our side is much louder and more into the game than any other section. It makes sense to move. Who's that other one? Garrett says, efforts who wear hoodies and whatever behind a goal of a football, soccer aren't there to have fun. They want to riot. Chris Leha, no mamas, are you comparing the crap at Market Square to an SAFC game? No, what I'm saying is that there's a certain percentage of people who are there to have a fun time and a certain percentage of people there who are there to cause problems. And whenever there's drinking involved, stupid crap happens, man.
Yeah. And Matt Gomez is saying, we're not Euro. They won't let us be like Euro being a co-founder of the FTC. He goes, not many people get drunk anymore. And, that's probably the change. A lot of changes going on. So much so that it's taken the fun out of what the supporters group has done in the past, as far as like hosting their tailgates and whatnot. I don't even know if they're doing them anymore from what I've been hearing, because of all the implementations that they have going on now. That's why it's like, it's good to get the information from the people that are part of this,
I'm trying to find video of me with the Crocketeers, by the way, on your computer here. I'm gonna find something here about it all. I enjoyed it, dude. Don't get me wrong. There needs to be a rowdy section, but it's also very possible that it went a little too far, man. I mean, that's all I'm saying is that it's possible it went a little too far, and Spurs Entertainment is trying to just kind of corral that a bit. Because you've been there before, dude. Not everything's for adults, dude. Not everything's for 21 and over. Look at Cowboy games. You see the drunkenness at Cowboy games.
Yeah.
Not everything is for 21 and over. It's supposed to be a family-friendly event. And if they find that 10% of Necios is fine, great. 15%, great. Gets to 30%, I can see them having a problem.
Yeah, appreciate my boy Matty B, man. I miss you, Matty. Gotta hit you up again so we can kind of catch up.
Right. But this is, and here's the thing though, if it could backfire, right? If people stop going, if the diehards stop going, it could backfire on them, and that's their problem, right? It's their fault. It's not the fault of the fans. It's their fault. Chris Leha coming out and saying that everyone's getting soft. It's not getting soft. It's business. This is a business. It's not anything else. It's business, baby. They're there to make money. And if people are getting drunk before the game, guess what they're not doing? They're not buying beer during the game because they got sloshed beforehand. It's business. Look at it like at movie theaters, man. You go to movie theaters. Have you ever gone to a movie theater and go, man, I don't want to go to that place. That place is sketch, right? I've done that before. West Lakes. Although right now, now that it's Alamo Drafthouse, it's a little bit better. But back in the day, I used to go to that theater going, man, I ain't going there. I ain't going to Ingram Square. Back in the day.
My God.
These places are sketch. I will go towards Northwest 14.
You never went to the Alamo Drafthouse around the corner?
No, it's fine over here.
Yeah.
You can serve your own popcorn. Fine with it.
No, when it was Alamo Drafthouse, Westlakes.
I remember when it was Westlakes.
Yeah.
When it had the Mervins next to it.
Yeah, Marvin's.
Yeah. When it had that going on. Yeah,
Bells.
I went there, but I would avoid it. Why? Because if you have an element there, too much of an element there, you're going to have Edgars everywhere, right? You're going to have bad elements everywhere. And I'm not saying that the Crocketeers are bad elements. What I'm saying is that they're drunk.
Yeah.
They're drunk. They might be having a good time and celebrating, be festive drunks, but at the end of the day, they're drunk. And if that number is exceeding the percentage of the people that they want there that are like that, I get the move. I'm not saying I'm supportive. I'm just saying I get it.
Yeah, but you have to get the flip side of it, because we got to find out exactly what's been going on, because this has been going on for quite some time already.
Right.
So all I'm saying is I want to get the information, the other side of that, which is going to be from the SAFC supporters. So maybe it's time we go ahead and start bringing them in, because they have the other half of the season to contend with here. And with all these rule changes, it's like, how does this make it fun to support the team anymore? I know that they get behind it and they're going to support the team, but it's kind of like they're making it harder and harder to root for them.
Well, let me ask you this. Is it let me ask you this. Is it possible to enjoy the game not drunk?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I have gone there, right? And I enjoy it. Like sometimes I'm not able to go to the tailgate and I'll just go and watch a game, and I go there and I sit down with my friends and we're watching the game and it's a good night, and maybe I'll have a beer or two. That's about it.
Well, the problem is that if these are the season ticket holders and you're pissing them away, you have to find replacement fans. And if the replacement fans aren't there, then you're shooting yourself in the foot as an organization.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, is that SAFC is not understanding is you need to incorporate these supporters, because these supporters groups, they do a lot, not only for the fan base in general, but for the community as well. It's good to have them be an integral part of what they're doing out there at SAFC games. So that's all I'm saying.
Now, Maddie says drunk people spend more money than sober people. Yeah, they spend more money, but are they spending that money inside the facility? They're not spending that money outside the facility, because if they had 3 or 4 or 5 beers before the game, before the match, they didn't spend it there, right? That's the thing. And it is rowdy, but it adds to it all. It adds to the element. To be honest with you, I don't care. I enjoyed being in the bunkers and being a guest of the Crocketeers. I enjoyed it. But would I have taken my son there? Would I have taken any of my daughters there? No, I wouldn't have. And I think that's the problem that they have, is that they feel that they could probably get better along and make more money if it's more family friendly. Now, I'm not saying that the Crocketeers or any of those people are stabbing people. I'm not saying that they're out there causing fights, but it's a ruckus. It's a ruckus. It's also part of the sport.
It's part of the culture, man. It's
part of the sport.
What makes soccer soccer?
There's a balance that needs to be had, dude. There's a balance that needs to be had. I get it.
But they never even finished the stadium, for one. The field out there.
That's true. Hey, thank you, Tim Gonzalez, for reaching out, because I was just about to mention that. 36-31, France ahead at the end of the first quarter. Actually, it was 32-25 at the end of the first. It's 36-31 right now. Victor Wembanyama's going off, man. Wemby was perfect. 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3, 8 points in this game so far. Rudy Gobert has 6 points and 3 rebounds, and Evan Fournier has 5 assists right now for Team France. We have somebody named Kawamura for Japan with 10 points right now. 36-31. Team France ahead right now. France is 1-0, can go 2-0, and be in position right there to be in a good spot, a good seeding when it comes to the elimination rounds.
Hachimura. I think it's Hachimura. He played for the Lakers.
Yeah, but keep it going, baby. July 26th comes out and says, every Olympics game, I pray that Victor doesn't get hurt. Don't put that into the universe.
Oh, God.
I'm knocking on wood right now, man. Don't put it into the universe. Spurs have I'm happy for Harrison. Which Harrison are we talking about? Not Harrison Barnes, but the other guy, the other Harrison that the Spurs have signed.
There's a guy.
We'll talk about that guy later. We'll talk about that guy later. Let's get some love to Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5, because we're going to get into some of his stories.
All right, let's go ahead and give him some love. Locked On Spurs is your daily Spurs podcast, hosted by Jeff Garcia, the lead Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Jeff has a healthy plethora of guests all the time on the Locked On Spurs podcast. You can also follow Jeff on Threads at Jeff G Ken's 5 SA. You can also follow Jeff on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. So make sure you go ahead and give Jeff a follow, not only on Threads and Twitter, but also on YouTube at youtube.com/@LockedOnSpurs. This is where you're going to be able to find the replay of the Locked On Spurs podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.
I subscribe on Spotify and YouTube. You should as well. Here's the thing about the Spurs right now. If you can show my screen. on kens5.com. And you can also link to this on Threads and on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. The Spurs have inked rookie Harrison Ingram to a two-way deal. Spurs also completed a trade with Grand Rapids. The Austin Spurs have completed that trade. There's also an article about Stephon Castle, my son. Stephon Castle saying that Pop is talking very highly of him and that how appreciative and how much it means to him that Pop is on his side, in his corner. Again, you go to kens5.com, see those articles from Jeff Garcia. Also, they dropped a new edition of Locked On Spurs discussing Victor Wembanyama and Team France. So again, you can subscribe on YouTube and on Spotify. Nearly 5,000 subscribers strong for Locked On Spurs. Jeff doing a fantastic job covering the Spurs. Does it every day, baby. Does it every day. Don't forget what's going on Saturday, man. Tell us about what's going on Saturday, Jeff.
So what's going on Saturdays? We got this WWE SummerSlam watch party. So our boy Brandon Medina and Seth Elias, they're going to be hosting that over at the Halftime Pizza off of Tezel. It's going to start about 6 p.m. on Saturday, and they're going to have prizes that they're going to give out, and it's going to be a fun event. It's family friendly, so it's not just a straight up bar. And I'll go ahead and share the screen so they can see that as well. So, it's family friendly. It's going to be at 7126 Tezel Road. And it's going to be a fun time, man. It's going to be a fun night. So if you're a fan of SummerSlam, it's kind of the end, kind of bring an end to the summer there. Come out and join us, man. Have some fun with us. Bring the people out, bring your family out. You can have a good time.
Very nice, man. Tim Gonzalez and Maddie B coming out talking about Team USA, the women's basketball team. You can show my screen right now. Team USA beat Japan 102 to 76 yesterday, 102 to 76. And they're saying that Kelsey Plum was looking like a dime.
Of course, she always is, man.
And there she is right there, posing for the camera right there as Team USA got the victory. They're going to win the gold, baby. They're going to win the gold. That's just what they do. That is what they do. I don't care, man. Dude, for people who say that Kelsey Plum is not attractive, I have no hope for you. She's an absolute dime. Nugget. Absolute nugget. Joe, you agree, correct?
Of course, man. Can you imagine if the Spurs had never sold the Stars?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. They would have had multiple championships.
We would legitimately have, because when the Silver Stars were here, I never thought that we had two legitimate, professional franchises here. Yeah. But now it's actually a legit thing. I like this post right here where it says Kelsey Plum always finds the camera. That is very cool. Do you know who always catches the camera? Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones. And Jerry Jones has come out and said, we got the most season ticket holders. Look how well we're doing with season tickets.
Gives a damn, Jerry, man.
Dude, he is super pumped up about the Dallas Cowboys ticket sales. And that's the thing. You guys just keep buying it, man. Keep buying it.
He's not only excited about the ticket sales, he's also sporting out there that, they sell a lot of merch and whatnot. He's worried about the wrong thing, dude.
That's all he's doing, baby. That's all he's doing.
Get the deal done with CeeDee Lamb. I hear that the Cowboys are closing in on a deal with CeeDee Lamb here. So hopefully they can get that solidified shortly because they do need CeeDee Lamb, man. Let's be honest with you, with everybody. And the other thing is, what are they going to do with Dak? That's a big question. You can't afford both. That's what Jerry's low-key been saying to the media and to everybody.
So again, they're trying to get 3 signings done, right? Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb.
Can't afford everyone, dude.
Well, I mean, they could, but it's just going to be one of those things where down the road they're going to have to skimp on every other position.
How many aprons are they going to go and touch? I mean, come on, man.
Well, I mean, it's just one of those things where you're going to have to basically just build off of the draft at that point. You can kiss away the idea of getting any free agents, and Jerry Jones talking about the fact that Mahomes doesn't get the $60 million deal. So why would Dak get that deal?
Yeah.
And he's basically talking about how maybe the quarterback market has cooled off. Really? Really? After Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow got their deals. After Josh Allen got his deal. Tua Tagovailoa got his deal.
No.
It hasn't cooled off, man. This is the world that we live in right now, and I think he's delusional. And the idea that they're just going to give the keys to Trey Lance. Guess what? Trey Lance, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is a free agent at the end of this year.
Yeah, he is.
So if you say it's going to be Trey Lance, Trey Lance balls out. Guess what? You either have franchise tag his ass, or you get to pay him real money.
But he's not really proven. I mean, he played a couple games. He stepped in for Dak, and he did an admirable job. But what does he look like in the context of a full season? I might put my money on Lance. I mean, he could be a Purdy, where he doesn't really do a lot of flashy things, but he just is just a solid quarterback.
CeeDee Lamb is the one that they need to sign. Okay, he's the guy that they need to sign.
Yeah.
Trey Lance, though, he barely played any college ball.
That's what I'm saying. You really don't know what he can do.
When he played college ball, he played what, D2?
Yeah.
And on top of that, he didn't play in the pros.
Yeah.
That he's played only a handful of downs.
We do have an incoming chat here from our boy Matty B. He says, "How much more money would the Cowboys make if they won, though? I mean, how much more money is left in that market that they're not already spending it on them? As far as fans buying the merch and tickets and all that.
How long do you think CeeDee Lamb holds out?
Oh, I think he's going to hold out all the way up to the first game of the season.
Remember
man.
Emmitt Smith did that?
Yeah.
So for a lot of Cowboy fans out there who are like, I cannot believe he did that, Emmitt Smith held out into the season. If I'm not mistaken, he missed a couple of games.
I think it was 2-3 games, and they finally brought him in.
Into the season, he held out.
And again, I mean, they fined him, but, it's up to the team to say if they want to impose the fine or not.
Let's just all jump on the Texans bandwagon. Let's just all do that.
The Texans is my Sancha team this year, dude. If the Cowboys are just, not doing it, it's like I'm done with them, man.
They mean business there in Houston. They mean absolute business.
They're not playing, dude. They're not playing.
They got the players around CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud making what, $9 million a year. The luxury of having a quarterback on a rookie deal that's a stud. They got all the receivers around them with Tank Dell. They got Stephon Diggs. They've got strong defense. They brought in Joe Mixon as running back. I know he's going to be injured for a while, but still they brought him in. They got Dalton Schultz.
It's a solid team.
That is a super solid team. It's like, what is the weakness? They don't have one.
The weakness is going to be the experience of one CJ Stroud and how well he can carry the team, And not only that, but they're going to have a really tough schedule this upcoming season.
It is a very tough schedule. But, I mean, if I was to ask you this, who is the better team? They play each other this year.
Yeah.
Who is the better team?
The battle for Texas.
This should be something where the Texans should play. We should have a rivalry every year.
You know what I
want?
The
Texans and Cowboys.
You know what I want? I want the Texans to play the Cowboys, and I want them to just obliterate them, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Embarrass them, downright embarrass them. And then what are you going to have Jerry come out and say? We just didn't play good in this game. He's never going to blame Dak. He ain't going to blame nobody. But you know what? Them ticket sales were through the roof, and even though they lost against the Texans and they sold a lot of merch, that's all Jerry cares about.
Sell the merch, baby.
Yeah. He don't care about nothing else.
Sell the merch. Yahoo Sports came out with their season, their week 1 power rankings for the NFL. I am calling bullcrap on this. They have the Dallas Cowboys at number 5.
Jeez.
You got to be out of your mind.
Yeah, and we do got an incoming $5 super chat from our good friend of the show here, Tex-Mex Frank. Let's go ahead and put that on screen.
What's he got, man? Read it out.
Yeah, go ahead and drop the money. Tex-Mex Frank, thanks for the $4.99 super chat. He says, Jerry always sucked when it comes to contracts. He says he discussed out in the open. Got to keep that stuff in-house. # Viva Area 210. Thank you, man.
That's right, baby. That's right. If I was to say who I think the best teams in the NFL are right now, I don't even think the Cowboys are going to be a 500 team. I think they're going to be 8-9 or worse.
They'll be lucky if they do hit 500 this season.
Yeah.
I mean, they just don't have the pieces, and their schedule's tougher.
San Francisco's better. Philadelphia's better.
Hell, even Green Bay
is better,
dude.
Chicago's on the up and up. The Rams are good when they're healthy, and they're finally healthy again.
You know what? Even the Seahawks, man.
Tampa Bay. I mean, I like Baker. But then you see Sam Williams go down. So the Cowboys already are, his ACL injury. He's out for the year. The Cowboys are not going to be any good this year, dude. They're just not. They have no running game. There's no team that has Zeke Elliott as their RB1 that's going to win. And what if Zeke goes down with an injury? Who they got now? They got Rico Dowdle.
Yeah.
Turpin. Come on, man. They ain't going to win anything with that.
Well, update here real quick on the Team USA. I mean, Team USA, Team France versus Japan
Vive
game.
la France.
This is the latest right now. Second quarter, you got France up on Japan, 47-42.
Minute to go in the second quarter. Now, these are only 10-minute quarters, by the way.
Yeah.
Victor Wembanyama with 10. Victor Wembanyama has 10 points. Perfect 4 from the field. 2 of 2 from 3. So he has 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 turnovers. No blocks, though.
Not yet.
Nicholas Batum has 2. It's a good team, man. Fournier, Batum, Gobert, Wemby. Puncher's chance, man. Puncher's
Look
chance.
at this. We got a incoming chat here from the Drew Show. He says, all these Olympics, he goes, men's basketball teams with so-called NBA talent are sus. 5'0" Japanese guard is giving Team France fits.
It's FIBA ball, baby. It's different, man. It's a different. You know what it's like? It's like NFL playing arena rules football. It's the same sport. It's just different.
Oh, look at that. Sam Salinas saying Tampa Bay has been his Sancha team since 03 Super Bowl.
Hey, man.
There you go.
I got that at 30-1 odds. The December before the Super Bowl started, I got them at 30-1 to win. Nailed it, baby.
Look at Tim Gonzalez. Dallas won't make the playoffs this season.
I don't see it. I don't see how they can either. The idea that they're a top 5 team right now in power rankings, who's kidding who? That is selling ads. That's clickbait right there. There's no, because okay, look at the AFC. Kansas City's better.
Yeah.
Baltimore's better. The Texans are better. I mean, that's 3 right there. So Buffalo, you got Buffalo, KC, Cincinnati. Basically, whoever has a stud quarterback is better than the Cowboys right now. I named you 4 right there. On the NFC, San Francisco's better. Philadelphia's better. Green Bay's better. So if you want to say that the Cowboys are number 8, fine. But at the end of the season, they'll be closer to number 18. Let's get that entertainment bump going, baby. Do we have that entertainment bump?
Yeah, we do.
You know what? Before we go to the entertainment bump, I think it's more appropriate to give love to MCS General Contracting because I've got the perfect transition to it all.
Okay, here we go. MCS General Contracting, more than 30 years of combined experience in concrete placement. They are the best in the business, honest pricing, high quality work. They get going on house foundations, driveways, concrete patio decks. If you want to extend the deck, extend the driveway. If you're a business and you need to put together a slab, a parking lot, or other concrete placement services or sidewalks, reach out to MCS General Contracting at 210-774-9155. They're confident in their skills, so give Chris Leha over at MCS General Contracting a call at 210-774-9155. And thank you for being a sponsor of this show.
And how hard is that concrete there?
Diamond hard, baby. Diamond hard.
Diamond hard. Dude, they do it right, baby. That's what they do, man. So I'm trying to get this article going on because I want to say Christopher Leha because Chris Leha has a certain personality that I know and love, man. He is the guy that doesn't want to put up with a lot of crap, right? He doesn't want to put up with a lot of crap. You know, he's been a sponsor of ours from the get-go. He has a fantastic personality.
Yeah.
And I know that if something happened like what happened in El Paso, that he would do the exact same thing. So what happened in El Paso was there was a guy, and I'm trying to get this commercial off, by the way. Let's see here.
You can turn the volume off for now.
There you go. Me and technology don't work sometimes. In El Paso, a man was arrested after he knocked on a door. Guy answers the door, and it's just a random suspect, right? Random guy.
Jeez.
Goes out there and just starts pummeling the guy and starts stabbing him, right? So he just stabbed the guy, dude. All he did, he just went up there and just stabbed him repeatedly. The guy is crying for help, and this guy named Jorge Perez is there with a knife, and the people came down and just started dragging him down, took the knife away from him, and proceeded to beat the living crap out of him. Are you okay with them doing that?
Yeah, man, it was justice, dude. Like, who does that, man? You go up to somebody, some random person's door, you knock on it, they come out, and you just proceed to stab them, and they're asking for help.
Right.
I mean, and you get the call is answered, right, for help. Mm-hmm. They come down, and what are they going to see? Guy on the floor bleeding, probably somebody holding a knife. What do you think is going to happen?
There better not be any charges.
No,
Dude,
man,
dude,
not at all, dude.
If they had killed the guy, if they had stomped on his head American History X style, I would have been okay with it.
It deserved it.
If this guy goes in there and just rings on a doorbell, guy comes to the front and just starts stabbing him repeatedly to the point where he's going to kill the guy, kill an absolute stranger, I don't care what anybody does. It's not vigilante justice. It's just justice.
He needs to be put away, man, forever, dude. Don't sniff the free air ever again, brother. You know,
Sam Selena says that's what they were willing to do in Uvalde during COVID, talking about the story from yesterday about how they were kicking people out of the line at the HEB over there because they're like,
Jesus.
If you're from San Antonio, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Well, Jorge Perez, man, special place on hell for you, man, when you do die. But he didn't die. He was arrested there in El Paso, and again, considered to be a stranger that he attacked. I just looked the photo, and how many times did he get hit? What do you think, man? He probably got pummeled like 30 times at least.
More than that, dude. Look at his face.
Look at his face. Look at his mouth.
He got jacked, dude. That's what he gets. And look at that. Tim Gonzalez giving us an update. Team France 49, Japan 44 at the half.
Viva la France. Viva la France. Let's get that entertain. Oh, well, you know what? One more sports story, by the way.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey, cover of the 2025 Madden cover, man. Madden 2025 cover.
Don't know how I feel about that, man, because you know they have the Madden curse.
Yeah, he's got that 99 overall ranking, dude.
Damn, that's pretty high, dude.
There's been a history of that, man, of people who get hurt. So, Christian McCaffrey, good luck to you, baby. Good luck. This is good news for the Cowboys, right? Let's talk entertainment.
All right, let's talk entertainment. Oh, hold on. I got to switch over. I forget.
Sydney Sweeney is at it again. She is at it again.
Oh, so, hey, we saw another picture there. Was that Billie Eilish?
It looks like Billie Eilish, yeah.
Oh, God.
So people are asking the question. Okay, so Sydney Sweeney.
Jeez, bro.
This is what Chris Layhouse calls
Midney. Sweeney is what he calls her.
Like, oh, she's just hot from the neck down. I don't care. Sydney Sweeney has done this again. So 2 years ago, she gave an interview where they were talking about all the sex scenes that she has in her TV shows and movies. And then she's known for that. She's known for her look. She's also an award-winning actress, for crying out loud. So she has talent, right?
Oh God, look at our guy, Hooper Flash. Great fan of the show, baby.
Yeah. So she was asked a couple of years ago, "Are you going to stop doing nude scenes because you're more famous now and you don't have to do it?" And Sydney Sweeney said 2 years ago, "Nah, I'm going to keep doing them." They asked her again this weekend. And guess what she said? Gonna keep doing them.
Dude,
more are coming, dude. And she does a ton of nude scenes, and they're pretty graphic what she does. Euphoria, that some of the movies that she's done, I mean, she's amazing.
Hey man, when you look like that, I mean, come on, dude. If you want to keep on doing that, that's your prerogative, man.
Yeah, she says, look, I'm playing a nerd, and I'm not playing a nerd. I'm playing a role, and the role is for her to be sexual. Now, what do you think about these nerd photos here?
She can't miss, dude. She can't miss.
So are you saying that Chris Layhouse is wrong in saying that she's midney?
To each his own. That is staying his cup of tea, and that's okay, man. But I mean, you can't deny the girl's hot, dude. She's a smoke show.
She was so good in Saturday Night Live, by the way.
Oh yeah, her comedic timing was on point.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and say this though. She's a dime. She's a dime. And she's a mechanic, by the way.
Yeah, she is. Look at Hooper Flash. She's for the people. Oh, God. July 26th. She has a nice pair of basketballs.
And she's a mechanic. Look at her. She knows how to work on a car. She grew up in a garage.
Oh, man.
Look, here's video of her getting her work on.
Oh, look at this. Sorrento.
Does this make her hotter?
It does, man, in my opinion. And you have Sotero Lopez, and he's saying, "Gotta appreciate her resolve to keep showing those baby feeders. Those euphoria scenes make for excellent research." Is one of your friends, Mike? So he's talking just like you.
He is. I've never met Sotero, but welcome to the show, baby.
Man, y'all could be slamming some drinks together, bro. He's on your wavelength.
Yeah, come on, man. You know, she's a hottie who has a blue collar mentality with a Marilyn Monroe body, dude. Come
Oh,
on, man.
Look at Chris Gonzalez. Sydney is in her 3 or 4 year run. Let her cook. That's right, baby. Let her cook.
Dude, I think she's gonna be around for a while, man.
Oh,
I don't see her being like one and done. She's a talented actress.
She's very marketable. Very marketable.
I mean, White Lotus was a good show. I don't know if you've ever seen that show before.
I haven't watched it, but I've heard really good things about it.
She's basically a teenager in season 1. She's basically a teenager or early college, whatever, who is just like doesn't like her parents, doesn't want to spend time with them, wants to just be with her friends, wants to get in trouble when her parents
Typical
aren't looking.
teen.
Yeah, dude, and it was a role that she was meant to play, and you know she. In Euphoria is a bit of a dirty girl. She was in Anyone But You recently, and that was a big movie. She's a thing, dude. She's not going away anytime soon. Do you know what she is? If I had to give it like a thing, she reminds me for some reason of Angelina Jolie.
I think she's a more approachable version of Angelina Jolie.
That's probably a bad comparison. But I mean, look at her, dude. She's a dime, dude. Absolute dime. Runner up at the baddie brackets.
Can't miss, man. Can't miss.
And you know what? It's because people were getting nostalgic thinking that we were talking about Salma Hayek of 1997. Okay? 2024 versions of Salma Hayek versus Sydney Sweeney. It's not a debate.
Hey, man,
right?
Salma's still packing heat, bro.
Salma still throws 95 mile per hour heat, dude. She's not Randy Johnson anymore, dude. The 101 miles per hour went down to 95.
She's
dude.
not the big unit no more. Hey, Randy Johnson's still doing his thing though, taking photos and all. He turned to a photographer now.
I know, he's like professional.
Yeah, bro. I got all his gear and everything. I'm like, dude, he's still making bank.
All right, let's get to our poll that we have at MJ Acquired Taste, because we're doing a bracket. We're gonna have 36 schools represented in these brackets. Sorry, 32 schools represented in the brackets to see who is the most hood high school in San Antonio. This is because of the Chancla Academy. Joe Coronado coming out and saying that he named Holmes and Jay and Jefferson and Memorial as the 4. And I was like, wait a minute. No SAISD schools? You kidding me? So what we're going to do is we're going to have 32 schools and have a bracket to figure this out, right? Joe, what I think we need to do is we need to take the top 2 from each bracket and advance them.
Okay.
So we have the SAISD edition. Oddly enough, they have 8 high schools, which is perfect, right? For a 4-person, a 4-team, a 4-school bracket, if you will. Right now, Lanier is leading their bracket with 31% of the vote, 41% rather. 32% going to Sam Houston. Fox Tech. I'm surprised that Fox Tech is at 38% right now. Second place is Burbank. Burbank makes sense to me, dude. It makes sense to me. Brackenridge and Edison I can get.
Fox Tech, though, man.
But Fox Tech? Really?
It's not even a high school anymore. They've turned it into something else.
Yeah, it's like some vocational school.
Yeah, it's like what do you call it? Like one of those magnet schools now.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a legitimate high school that you can say, oh, you know, this is Fox Tech still. It's not. Fox Tech's mascot is what? The buffalo.
Yeah.
You know, odd. Fox Tech Buffaloes.
I was talking to my daughter about this. My daughter got really into this. She chimed in on the show yesterday.
Yeah.
So Gabby and I were talking yesterday, and I was telling her, what about those schools on FM 78, you know, from Kirby all the way to Converse?
Yeah. And they also have that one new high school that they've built out going past the area where you live, you know, going even further down.
Yeah.
I think it's off of Culebra, and it's way down Culebra, going way down there. Beyond all the new
like
subdivisions.
Sotomayor or Harlan?
I think it is Sotomayor.
Yeah.
That new high school, it's massive, dude. They built it right in front of these new subdivisions they're putting out there. These schools are huge, man.
I'm going to let you read Mexican Junior's comment here.
Season 1, White Lotus was peak TV. He says Sweeney, Alexandra, Daddario, Connie Britton. It was like a live action anime with all those Tig O biddies.
Her Daddario is beautiful, dude. So it was a great show, dude. It was a really, really, really good show. But we talk about these hood schools.
The private school bracket, which is the most private school hood school
Providence.
out there.
That's
God.
a very good point. Providence High School, back in the day, those girls were coked up, man.
Wow, look at Drew.
When they kneeled, it wasn't to pray, dude. It was.
Jeez, bro. Working downtown, he said at a bank in 1994, Fox Tech was still Fox Tech's, school, I guess you could say.
But like Kennedy High School, I don't feel like I'm gonna get jumped at Kennedy High School, but I walk the streets of Kirby and Converse. I feel like I am.
Converse, bro. Come on.
Dude, Judson's hood, man.
Judson is hood, but there's still areas over there going into like the Windcrest area,
It's Roosevelt.
Yeah, man.
That's hood.
That's hood, man. You got your hood areas over there.
Dude, I would say that Roosevelt, low key, is one of the areas that I am not walking down Walsham.
It's odd though, like when you go down Walsham, right, and you go into one of the subdivisions, right, you're gonna be going in like you go in and like a couple blocks in, you're like, these are beautiful homes.
Yeah,
well maintained, nice neighborhood. Not even 2 blocks away, they have the low income housing, dude.
Yeah,
and it just goes downhill from there. So you like first 3 blocks are beautiful homes. You go in further and further, you start getting into the hood, bro.
It's brutal.
What does that do for property values?
I know, man. Nothing good. Nothing good. So again, the polls at MJ Acquire Taste. I had a debate with a friend of mine yesterday. She and I were going back and forth about sensitivity of dudes, right? And it came out because I told her that I teared up during a movie. I didn't say I cried.
And which one?
I said I teared up in a certain movie. I'm not going to say because I'm not going to lose man points today.
Oh, come on, man. You can't be leaving this like that.
Yeah, no, I will leave you guys hanging because you guys aren't going to let me live it down, right? So
Beaches. You were watching Beaches.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
No, man.
It was Sophie's Choice. Anyway, just kidding. But here's the thing. I asked the question, have you ever cried in a movie?
Never.
And she was like, I've never cried in a movie. I was like, you're a female. You women cry in movies. It happens. And she goes, I have never cried in a movie. Ultimately, it turns out that she did cry in a movie because I mentioned all these movies that had made me tear up.
Was it cartoon?
And no. She said, oh, that one actually did make me cry, which was My Girl.
Oh, okay.
Remember at the end when the boy dies?
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin,
yeah.
and he's in the casket, and his little girlfriend is saying
Yeah.
he needs his glasses. He can't see without his glasses. Oh, tug at the heartstrings. But you said that you've never cried in a
dude.
movie, right?
It's a damn movie, dude. It's not real.
So we had 222 people vote on this.
Yeah.
91.4% saying that they have cried during a movie, and this was a poll just for guys.
Yeah.
Only 8.6 say that they've never cried, and those 8.6% are lying right now.
The only one that ever made me feel anything, maybe even get a little emotional, not even close to tears though, was that movie. Was it End of Watch?
Oh, that was a good movie.
Yeah, man.
That was a cop movie, right?
Yeah, I watched that one, dude.
So,
I was like,
we got some really big
Chris
ones.
Leha watched it. And he's like, yeah, man. He went to watch it with his boy, and he were like,
now I'm not saying that it's like sobbing, crying. You know, it's just one or two tears come down, right? Swiss comes out and says, Mike, did you cry at the end of Marley and Me? And my response back was, I've never seen it.
You probably would cry on that one because it has dogs in
it. I probably would cry. I'm going to go ahead and assume the dog died. Okay, that's always a sad thing. Mario Cavazos saying he cried when Rudy was on. Because when he got accepted to Notre Dame because he thought it was me. What's going to make you cry is that all of that stuff about the movie was bullshit. $1, but still. I'll have to find myself $1. Dude, what about
Junior?
What about? And I don't know if it made me cry, but what about Boys in the Hood? When that kid got shot,
running down
the alley.
Yeah. Poor guy, man. He was off to going. He was going to go to college and
To
everything,
play ball,
man.
right? He
God,
carried the
dude.
football around everywhere he was going.
They got him, dude. And it
Here's-
was the same car, the same guys that have been driving around terrorizing the neighborhood.
Yeah.
They finally got him, dude.
Jacob Eric reaches out, sends us a gift, by the way, of Kevin Costner
God,
in Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams gets me every time, dude.
you're gonna be balling.
It gets me every single time.
I've watched it. It's a good film, but I ain't crying over it.
It's the aspect of knowing that you've either lost your dad or you one day will lose your dad.
Yeah.
And it's basically saying that, and the story of Field of Dreams is basically about a guy, who builds the baseball fields, and these ghosts come out, if you will, right? The past,
Ghost of the past.
the ghosts of the past, the greats of all time, right? The Shoeless Joe Jackson and all them, and it turns out that his dad's in the mix.
Jesse A says he cries all the time. Get over it, machismo. And then look at this one, had me laughing. Mexican Junior. The last time I cried in a movie was Optimus Prime when he died.
Dude, Optimus Prime got his ass kicked in every movie, dude. I don't know much about Transformers, but he sucks at fighting.
Conan the Barbarian. No mames, dude.
The Goods podcast says, damn you, Paddington 2. Eddie the Great says, most recently, A Man Called Otto, which I believe is with Tom Hanks. That's a beautiful movie. Johnny Rotten comes out and says one of the Fast and Furious movies, the one with Paul Walker, the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Ice Cold says, too many to mention. Apparently, Iron Man died at one of the movies, and that made people cry. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Romeo says, instructions not included. Funk Father says, never ending story, which I had never seen. I had mentioned that earlier this
The
week.
horse scene. Gonna have you in shambles.
Here's the
bro.
villain says, when he was younger, E.T. got him good. Several people said Coco, including 979
Coco.
Sucios.
The ending of Dumb and Dumber. Henry Cavill.
Oh, wow. AOE says 50-50 got me after losing my sister to cancer.
Oh, man.
That's a
tough,
great
bro.
movie. Have you seen 50-50?
No, I have not seen that one.
So 50-50 is, I'll just say the Green Mile, Benji, About Time, All of Us Strangers, Mississippi Burning, My Girl.
I'm surprised nobody mentioned the Iron Giant. My kids get emotional when they were little watching the Iron Giant.
Oh, La Bamba.
Richie.
La Bamba. Okay, so if you have like all the streaming services, the movie 50-50 is really, really good. It's Jason Gordon-Levitt, I think is his name.
Yeah.
And it's Seth Rogen. And basically it's about a guy who is diagnosed with cancer, and so he has a 50-50 chance of living. And his best friend and the people around him don't know how to like talk to him. They don't know how to approach him. Like, do you ask him about the cancer? Do you to take his mind off of it? What do you do when your friend tells you that he has a 50-50 chance of living? So you've got the story angle from the guy's perspective with cancer, and you have the perspective of the friends and the family who don't know how to handle the situation. It's a very good movie. It's a drama, but it has a lot of comedic elements into it. Very highly recommend. Letter grade on that one's a B+. DJ Trek is saying the 8% who say that they did not cry in a movie are lying.
Oh man, I'm being dead serious. I've never cried in a movie. It's just never gotten me to that point.
Now Jake comes out to us and says The Big Sick, which is on Amazon Prime. It was an original Amazon Prime movie with Camille Nanjiani. Very good movie. This was before he got ripped. I mean, Camille Nanjiani is like now like, on the cover of Men's Health and is all ripped to shreds. This was before all that, when he was just a, scrawny comedian.
Yeah, look at this. Chris Gonzalez, Toy Story 3, Andy Goes to College. Man, I got to tell you, dude, I went to watch this one with my kids, right? The wife. Man, there was some dude that was like an older guy, right?
Yeah.
Man, he was in shambles, bro. Like, you could hear him in the theater, like, oh, I was like, bro, it ain't that serious, man. It's a cartoon, man. Like, come on.
Now, Field of Dreams does it for me. Okay, that's the movie that kind of gets me all misty-eyed. I don't know if any other movie does besides that one. There's certain scenes to movies that might make me misty-eyed, but it's not because I'm sad. I think it's beautiful. And there's different types of crying. There's a crying of sadness and a crying of joy, or a crying of seeing something beautiful. You know, when I cried when I left my daughter at college, I dropped her off. I mean, that was not me crying because I was sad. I was crying because I was proud.
Yeah.
You know, but that's how the story. That's how the whole conversation started. Was I was talking about the fact that my daughter laughed at me when I dropped her off at LSU for her freshman year.
She laughed at you
because I was strong the whole day, and as I started to break down crying down the end, she started laughing. She was like, I told you guys, I told you all he was gonna cry. Like she had a bet going on with people.
Oh my God. Probably with your daughter Ava.
Yeah.
I told you he was gonna cry.
Mm-hmm.
I liked your daughter Ava. She was fiery, man. She got your personality,
Dude. She's her mom too, man. That's brutal.
Hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and show this, because Tim Gonzalez went ahead and tweeted this to us. So it's women's 3-on-3 drops the opener. Game 2 comes in tomorrow against I don't even know how to say that. Azerbaijan. I don't know how to say it. They're playing at 3:30, but we have a development here.
Team Japan.
USA. I mean, Team Japan and France
tied at 57 halfway through the third quarter.
Actually, France was losing at one point to Japan. They are tied. This is a heated battle, man.
Yeah, Wemby's still stuck at 10 points, but he has 6 assists and 5 rebounds right now. All 5 rebounds on the defensive side of the ball. No blocks for Wemby, though.
Yeah, man. Maybe that little 5'0" point guard for Japan's giving France all they can handle.
I like how people are like on our streamers saying Team France's guards are ass.
Oh my God.
JHNSB reaches out to us and says, why does Wemby always lose? Poor guy.
Oh my God. A million miles away, got Midtown, Texas.
How about a song that makes you cry? Don't Take the Girl by Tim McGraw.
Oh God, bro.
Oh my God.
Most overplayed song ever, man.
You know, Johnny's daddy was taking him fishing when he was 8 years old.
Chris Gonzalez, bro. I cried when Shawn Michaels told Ric Flair, I'm sorry, I love you. Then he super kicked the brother. I saw this one. It was funny, dude.
Oh, you know what? A movie that kind of teared me up a little bit, but I didn't cry, but I teared up a little bit, was Iron Claw. The Von Erichs
Iron
movie.
Claw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though you know what's going to happen. I remember my nephew looking over at me going, not another one, Uncle. Not another one. Like, he thought that there was only one Von Erich that died. And when it was like 3 or 4, he started losing it. It's good times, man. What about a TV show that made you cry?
I've never cried, dude.
I remember Family Ties. Like, one episode made me cry when I was growing up. Remember Head of the Class?
I remember that.
Head of the Class ended, made me cry.
Jesus, bro.
I have feelings. I have emotions.
Ain't no feelings here, only chaos, bro.
What's
That's
that?
why I'm part of USOA.
What's that line in Mean Girls? She doesn't even go here. I just have all these emotions.
God, man. 21 for life. He says Major League when Willie Mays slides home for the winning run.
That's right,
Tears
baby.
of joy.
Slide on in. That's funny. Willie Mays Hayes. What a great, you know what? And when Willie Mays Hayes, when he didn't return for the second movie, and it was Omar Epps,
that's a travesty.
Such a disappointment, man.
Dude, Willie Mays Hayes had me in stitches, dude, when he showed up to practice and that freaking Volkswagen Beetle. You remember? He tried to make it look like a Rolls Royce or something. I was like, oh my God.
I like when they take the bed and they pull them out. They don't even wake him up. They just unhook the bed from the top bunk. And they carry him outside. Damn, I've been cut already.
Man, the other one that was always making me laugh too was Jobu. They had the little locker, that little guy in there.
Yeah.
Was it the voodoo doll?
The voodoo doll.
Giving him rum and all that. And he was trying to keep the pink slip away from him. And he would always give offerings to Jobu.
Yeah. Hots for bots. He takes the golf cover off of the driver.
Oh, remember when he would strike out all the time? He would break the bats. I'm like, bro, he could not hit a fastball to save his life, man.
Now the best line of that movie.
Oh no, it wasn't a fastball, was it? It was a slider.
Yeah, he couldn't hit a curve.
The curve. That's
he
what it
couldn't
was.
hit a curve. The great line of that movie was, You bring that shit to me, man. You bring that shit to me. Whenever they were throwing at one of the players. So speaking of which, if you can show my phone number,
Sure.
bringing that shit to me is basically saying, hey, you bring me some clients, baby. This is what I do. I am now have the permission from my firm to say what I do for a living, by the way. So I do the podcast here from 10 to 11:30, Monday through Friday. But before I come here and after I leave, I work in finance. So I do investments and insurances. Life insurance, the big deal. Retirement accounts, things like that. If you have any questions about that, want to get started, if you have an old 401k, need to be rolled over into something, come give me a call, 210-508-0369. Again, 210-508-0369. You can also leave me a text, and I will get with you. Again, I've been doing this for 19 years. I have permission to talk about this, but I can't say who I work for until you give me a call. Again, it's 210-508-0369. If you know anybody who's having a kid, know anybody who's inherited money, starting a business, who has a business, who might need benefits for that business, I can do that.
Even life insurance.
Life insurance, the big deal, man. You know, whether it's term insurance or permanent insurance, that's a thing, man. I was talking to somebody yesterday about this, about how when someone dies in the Latino community, what do you see, man?
Plate sale.
Plate sales. Screw that, man. Get a $20 a month life insurance policy, for crying out loud. Take care of your family. 25, 30, 50 bucks, whatever it's going to take to do it.
What's the average cost right now of a funeral, man? It's expensive.
Well, average funeral, if you're going to be doing a cremation, I've seen anywhere between $7,500 and $9,000. And I also have seen for a traditional burial around $20,000 right now. That's what it costs now. 10, 15 years from now, it's even more. Then other things that I tell people when it comes to, like, when I try to determine how much life insurance I need, I oftentimes say, look, is the funeral going to be here? And they go, no, I'm from California, or no, I'm from Houston. Dude, that's an expense right there. Other things is, like, I was telling somebody yesterday, something happens to my kids. My kids, I have 100,000 life insurance on all my kids, 100,000, because I would not only need for, like, expenses, funeral expenses and whatnot, if something, God forbid, happened to them, but I'm not going to work for a while, dude. I'd be messing the head if something happened to one of my kids.
Oh yeah, dude.
So it's income replacement. On top of that, people say, well, I need enough money to pay off the house. I've had clients who've died. Some of them live in the house. Some of them move away because they have too many memories in the house. They want to start all over again. It's kind of weird. So you need to have an actual conversation. It's called a needs analysis, where you kind of talk to people about their life insurance needs. And they oftentimes say that the ballpark figure is 8 to 12 times your income. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. Depends if you have little kids. Depends on what you want to accomplish, God forbid. So reach out to me. Life insurance, disability insurance, long-term care, retirement accounts, things like that. Reach out to me, 210-508-0369.
And we got another update here. Team France and Japan, 62-62. At the end of the third quarter, going to be starting that fourth quarter play, man.
Yeah, not a lot of scoring going on in the second half right now.
And what if Wemby loses, though, man?
Well, I mean, it's not a knockout game or anything like that.
No, but I mean, it doesn't help you in your standings. He's in Group C. This is a Group B, or is it Group B today? Yeah, it's Group B.
This is Group B.
Yeah. See what else is going on. Oh, my God, Sith says The Good Doctor, the finale had him crying. The Office, here we go, Chris Gonzalez. The Office with Steve Carell leaves the show and they sing the song. Oh, man, that one's a heartbreaker right there, Tim. Hardball, when the little brother loses the little brother. When the big brother loses the little brother in the gunshot, was so sad. You remember that one with Keanu Reeves?
I've never seen Hardball.
Oh, dude, that one will leave you in shambles, man. You got to watch that one. That was a really good film with Keanu Reeves.
I'll check that one out.
Hardball. Maybe that's your assignment for Thursday.
Okay.
Watch Hardball with Keanu Reeves. That's actually a really good film.
Okay.
It's no bullshit, none of that special effects or anything. Just traditional movie about a little league team. Keanu's a coach, and you'll see what happens. They're like in the hood.
Is Diane Lane in that movie?
I don't remember, dude.
I think I've seen some of it, but I don't think I've seen it all.
Yeah, watch the whole thing, man. Oh, 21 for Life says Harry Doyle's call of the winning run is perfect. Talking about Hardball.
It's the perfect movie, dude.
Sam Salinas agrees.
Drew Show making fun of Nando De Colo for the Team France. So he is hurt and old.
God, I can't believe they still have him playing in the game.
Uh-oh, France is taking the lead, 65-64.
Viva la France.
Minute to go in the third quarter.
Gee, look at Mexican Junior. Those funeral prices are crazy. Just weigh me down with some rocks filled with piñatas. They'll find you in the Riverwalk eventually, dude. They clean it every year. Still need to watch Neverending Story. I don't think you're going to be able to get through that one, dude.
Is it too boring?
For you, I think it's a slow burn kind of. I think you'll watch and you'll be like, nah, dude, I'm out. It'll be like, was it Big Trouble in Little China for you?
Well, I mean, like some of the, you know what it is, Joe? Fantasy movies suck.
And this one it's like a fantasy.
Like I have no desire to watch fantasy movies. I have no desire to watch Star Wars, Star Trek. I don't have that mindset that can actually process that and enjoy it. It's just not there for me.
Yeah, look at the Jesse talking about that movie.
Yeah, okay, so I've seen part of it, but I don't think I've seen it all. Because I don't know the ending. That'll be it. I'm sure I've seen the first half hour. He has a gambling problem. I remember Diane Lane in it, but that's it, man. Sith Lord comes out and says Star Wars is God's greatest creation, USOB. From what I understand, it's about a guy who's in love with his sister.
No, man, it's more than that. You always say that. You like to piss off me and Jeff.
Am I wrong?
No, you're very wrong. Not only are you wrong, but you're very wrong. You're missing the whole point, dude. You're missing the whole thing.
I did enjoy Spaceballs, though.
Oh, that's a comedy. That's easy for you, dude.
It's like it's gone from suck to blow.
Was it Darth Helmet? The Schwartz? Yogurt?
Pizza the Hut.
Pizza the Hut. Barf. Barf was such a great character, dude.
John Candy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Barf. Watch where you're putting that thing. Was it that sea comber? Remember they had that? No, the beach comber.
Yeah, it was the big old pick.
The pick.
We're combing the desert. We ain't found shit.
They're gonna be making a sequel. The rumor has it.
Like 40 years later.
Yeah, man.
Outstanding.
Big Trouble in Little China. Is Greatness possibly John Carpenter's best movie? Mike's like,
Big Trouble in Little China was the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, Mike, man, you got to give it a chance, bro.
Warriors was just as bad. Warriors.
All the 80s fantasy movies are the best. Labyrinth, come on, man. Hey, man, Labyrinth was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, Tom Cruise came out in
Labyrinth, right?
No, not in Labyrinth. It was another 80s movie, fantasy film. I forgot the name of it. I got to look it up. That one was actually pretty good as well.
He was in Legend.
Legend, yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
No. Dude, if it's a fantasy movie, but that one has Mia Sarah.
That's what I was going to say. It has old girl from Ferris Bueller.
Sloane from Ferris Bueller.
Uh-huh.
Dude, fantasy movies, I just don't get into, man. I just don't. I mean, I like sci-fi, like Twilight Zone, Black Mirror type stuff. That I can get into, but like the idea of doing it this way, no.
The Last Dragon, that one was pretty good too, man. And they have another one. I forgot, was it way back in the 80s? The Last Unicorn or something like that. I think it was some stupid animated film. I remember my cousin made me watch it one time, and I was like, it's all right.
Did you watch the episode of Black Mirror that had Salma Hayek in it?
No, I've never seen that one, dude.
I have photos of it right now.
Let's go ahead and check it out.
That was a great episode.
You know which one else was good from Black Mirror? The one where they had Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, that one was all right.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the one where the guy that could recall his entire memory?
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
It's like there's like something inputted, and he can relive it. Like if he had sex with a girl that he really liked, he can relive it by just like
thinking about it,
or he could put it on a big screen.
Yeah.
And he goes back in time, and he finds out that his wife is stepping out on him because he's like, you know, he can reprocess certain things.
Mm-hmm.
It was a creepy episode, man. It was a creepy episode. He realized that his kids weren't his.
Oh man,
that was a creepy
I remember that
episode. Black Mirror is great, man.
They haven't done anything with it lately, though, from what I've heard.
I got to get back into that.
Yeah, but Salma's still looking good, dude. She's a dime.
Salma's beautiful. I won't say that she isn't, man. But you know, It's one of those things. She looks older. You know, you're gonna talk about City Sweeney from the neck down. Salma Hayek is getting there.
JHNSB, someone take Mike to the Renaissance Festival. I'm going to be honest, man. If you've never been to a Renaissance Festival, they got some dimes out there, man.
You know what? Nothing wrong with a little bit of role play.
God, Mike. Oh, my God. Oh, look at Drew Show. I only cry when my 5 parlays miss by a point.
By a point. Crying at movies is womanly, he says.
I don't cry at movies, but I would probably cry if I missed my parlay by a point. Hell with that.
That's
dude.
happened to me too, man.
How do you come back from that, man? You almost had it. You almost had it. You got to be quicker than that. But you know, let's go ahead and show this too on the screen right now. We do have new merch in the store right now, and we have the Area 210 merch. Everybody's been asking. We heard you, and we're gonna go ahead and give you your opportunity to go ahead and get the new merch that's out there. I'll go ahead and pop into the chat real quick and put the link for our online store so y'all can go in there and buy our wares, man. Support the show. Now, everybody's been asking about the 210 merch there. And the cool thing about this shirt is I finally added a little patch here. I don't know, you can't see it here. But right here on the arm, now our shirts are going to have the Alamo City Podcast Network logo.
Nice. I like it.
You can, it's kind of subtle, but it's there, you know?
I like it.
Yeah. So make sure you go and check that out.
Patty Mills, man, did not win today.
Oh, FIBA Patty's no more.
FIBA Patty lost 93-83. Canada won that game 93-83. Canada was favored by 5 going into the game, won by 10.
France and Japan are going at it, dude. Fourth quarter. France is up by 2, 72-70, man.
RJ Barrett led Canada with 24 points. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander had 16. Dylan Brooks had 16. Patty Mills, though, off night, man. 2 for 10. 1 for 5 for 3. He kind of came back down to earth. Josh Giddey had 19 points, and he also got an earful from Dylan Brooks.
Mexican Junior's going to the chat saying, Salma Hayek and Dust from Dawn was peak cinema.
It was, but that was a long time ago, man. The whole point of the batting brackets was 2024. It wasn't a, you know, what's it called? You know, lifetime achievement award. It wasn't anything like that. Spain beat Greece today, by the way, in basketball. Didn't realize Greece was in it. Spain won 84-77.
Yeah, look at Tex-Mex Frank. He wants a sticker with the Area 210 logo. I got those coming too, man. So I'll make sure to hook you up, Tex-Mex Frank. And also probably wind up giving you a hat and shirt, you know, just like you did with us too. So appreciate it, man. We'll reciprocate the love.
So Greece lost to Spain today, 84-77. How are you 0-2 in the Olympics when you have Giannis? Giannis had 27 points, 11 rebounds.
It's team basketball, man. Giannis can't do it all on his own. You got to have the other guy step up. What's Giannis supposed to do? Score 100 points on his own? You know, it's like Giannis against versus another, 5 guys, 1-on-5, get him win.
8 minutes to go in the game. France is winning 72-70.
No, it's 73 now to 70.
Nice.
Viva la France. I know our boy Fernandez is watching that.
Ooh, Wemby might be getting close to a triple-double. He's 2 rebounds and 3 assists away from a triple-double.
There you go. Team USA does play tomorrow.
Very nice.
We haven't talked about that, but we'll go ahead and mention it. Team USA is playing tomorrow. I'm not sure about the time.
I think it's a 2 p.m., I believe. It's in the early afternoon San Antonio time.
There it is. Tomorrow, I believe they're in Group C. So they're going to be playing. Oh, there's going to be a good one. South Sudan at 2 p.m. I'm here for it, baby. Let's get it.
Very nice.
2 p.m. You know where I'm going to be at. I hope you're watching, even if you're working. You kind of got like maybe the, what do you call it? Not the little ticker that goes on that gives you the updates, you know?
Jesse A. said it's Giannis, his brother, and cousins.
God,
Vainstein saying France getting bailed out right now.
Stickers would be cool. Like everybody wants stickers now. It's like, all right, I'll try to accommodate you guys, but I'm not going to sell the stickers in the store. I will sell them, you know, just have the stack here because I got a whole bunch of mailers, dude, that are bubble mailers. I'll just put a freaking stamp on it or even then put them in an envelope. Just mail them off to you guys, man. So, you know, in order to win the stickers, we'll probably have to have some little contest, you know, giving them out here. Maybe we'll have people call in and give us your best hot take, you know, on Fridays, and we'll give out the sticker to the best one.
take a look at this photo on my Twitter account.
Yeah, let's check it out.
The height differential between Wemby and Yuki.
That's a little 5'0" point guard.
7'4" against
5'1". I mean, come on, Mike. That brother ain't even pushing 5 foot, man. He's like at his waist.
and
God.
Rui Hashimura, who had 24 points for Team Japan, just got ejected from the game. For an unsportsmanlike foul.
There goes their chances, man.
Trevor Lane coming out and saying he's a journalist for the Lakers, Laker Nation, says an absolutely absurd call.
Yeah, they just tell us right now, too. They just kicked out Hachimura.
He had 24 points. He was 10 of 16 shooting, had knocked down 3 3-pointers, and he is out of the game. Oh, he got 2 flagrants.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, everybody's wanting we have a request here for hollow foil stickers. Okay, guys. We'll go ahead and get some stuff done.
Very nice, fellas. Well, it is that time for me to go sling those investments and insurances. Again, if you ever need any help with retirement accounts or life insurance, disability, long-term care, anything like that, or you know anybody who does, my number is 210-508-0369, or reach out to me, DM me, whatever the case may be, and I'll get back to you in the appropriate channel. My name is Mike Jimenez. That's Joe Garcia. Go Team USA. Go Team France. We'll be back tomorrow.
Peace.